Secret Service Sam here, and we need justice for Rasheem Carter, a man in Taylorsville, Mississippi, who was running from three truck loads full of white men who were yelling racial slurs at him. He ran into the police department. He begged them for a ride. They told him, "We are not an Uber service. We are not a taxi service." He then was seen on a dollar store surveillance camera, running into the woods. He didn't have a shirt on. He had a stick with him to defend himself. Then this poor man is found unalived in the woods, his body spread into pieces all over the woods. His spinal cord, his head, all of his body parts were spread all over the woods. And the most disgusting and saddest trigger warning part about it is he was found with his private parts in his mouth. Now, I've just been made aware of this. I saw another content creator post this, so I am amplifying this. And I just saw a video where they interview this old man, and he has the nerve to say, what, some crackhead came down here and went around and nobody cares. That's just what happens. They've been complaining about stuff for 4 generations. Like, you just keep showing your cards, Mississippi. They said the last known footage of him was on a deer camera running through the woods with his shirt off and a stick in his hand for protection. And then Mississippi has the nerve to say there was no foul play, that animals did this. What kind of animal puts private parts in somebody's mouth? This is Klan behavior. So we need justice for Rasheem Carter. In Mississippi, we are not letting off you at all. So if you think that you're going to continue to get away with things like this, you are sadly mistaken, because now the whole globe is watching your shitty behavior. Secret Service Sam out, Samson for president of the world.
Well, another innocent brother bites the dust in Mississippi. And it's been a long line of anomalous deaths. The media seems to be running some type of subterfuge program. There seemed to be some type of ideological subversion going on where people just cannot connect the dots. They can't put 2 and 2 together and see that clearly melanated people, foundational Black Americans, are being hunted in Mississippi. And they're being killed in ritualistic fashion. And the media seems to be pushing out more confusion, so justice slips under the radar. And there's a lot going on all over the world. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, it's just getting way out of control. It's getting out of control. You know, there's a race war that's happening. And to add insult to injury, you got a lot of our own people selling their souls. But we're going to talk about what's going on in the media. There's quite a few stories that are breaking. Chud the Builder was just released. We're going to talk about that. You know, for those who are unfamiliar, Chud the Builder is the racist that was running around pretty much antagonizing Blacks in our communities. And he was trying to warn a response. He ended up actually shooting a brother at a courthouse and also shooting himself mistakenly. So that domestic terrorist has been completely reckless to the community, but he's out. Carmelo Anthony remains in prison with no type of bond. So these are the things that we got to discuss. And also, young Pharaoh. For those not familiar with young Pharaoh, he's a content creator, if that's what you want to call him. I mean, he's been around a quote unquote conscious community for quite some time. And apparently he's undergoing another humiliation ritual. And he's also coming out the closet pretty much. And we're going to talk about that as well, because we've been talking a lot about what selling your soul looks like. And so we're going to definitely go there. We're going to go there. But I want you all to stay nothing short of interactive. We are going to discuss the Nolan Wells case. There's been some developments. Apparently, the so-called friends of Nolan Wells, they sat before Officer Tatum once again in an interview where they completely told on themselves. I mean, the interview was absolutely deplorable. They said some things there that are shocking. I'm still confused to the reason why they're even speaking publicly when they all have legal defense. They all have legal defense. So I don't know why it would be in their best interest to be speaking public. And this is why this is given ritual. This is given media proxy. This is given propaganda. This is given a lot of charades and smoke and mirrors, you know? Whisk, thank you for the support, my brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And, you know, with no further ado, we're going to jump into this truth. Y'all know how we give it up. This is the home of Truth Maxon. If you're new to the platform, we like to stay nothing short of interactive over here. And I would just like to say welcome. With no further ado, let's get to it.
They working against us. They hate our souls. They hate us. They hate our righteous indignation. They hate the exhortation that dwells in us. They hate our love. They hate our conviction. They hate the fact that we repented. They hate the fact that we truthful, honest, and bold. They hate our courage. Them devils hate us. We're not finna line ourselves up with these weirdos and freaks, but these weirdos and freaks. They working against us. They hate our souls. Weirdos and freaks. But these weirdos and freaks, they working against us. They hate our souls. Nubreed.
Ephesians 6:10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, and in the power of his might put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Give it up to yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. I see y'all rolling in. Set Apart is in the building. Kim C, Hebrew Cares in the house. I see Gladiator. What is going on? Emery is in the building. Tania's holding it down. Peace and blessings to y'all. It's good to see y'all. It's good to see y'all. Taylor Smith's in the building. Angela Victoria. It is an honor and a blessing to have y'all here for another broadcast. Y'all know how we do it. We're going to break down what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, because they're trying to pull a wool over our eyes. There's an obfuscation going on. An obfuscation, meaning they're deliberately making something difficult to understand. All right? They're deliberately causing confusion by pushing so much information. And I'm speaking predominantly about the Nolan Wells case, as well as other foundational Black American brothers and sisters who are dying, obviously, by the hands of Klansmen and racists and white supremacists and extremists, but they're using our own people to cause confusion to what's actually happened so we don't rally together, while they're clearly blowing a dog whistle. I see Baba Ronson of Truth. What's going on, Baba? Salute to the elder. I see y'all rolling in. But, you know, we're the home of Truth, Maxon, and we're going to tell it like it is. And ladies and gentlemen, we got another brother, Rasheem Carter, whose body parts was found spread all over the woods of Mississippi. And now they're telling us that animals did it. And they're right, animals did do it, but it's animals in human form. And it is highly important to have situational awareness in this day. It's important to be on point and understand that you're in the middle of a war. Now,
Service Sam here.
We got to talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. We got to get down to it.
Have you heard about this?
Because it's not just Rasheem. There's a lot of stories going on all over the place.
Sure you haven't. This is Malachi Lancaster. He went hunting with his all-white friend group and never returned. They labeled his death as a hunting accident. We didn't hear anything about this. But what is even more crazy is the reporting on this and the report from the police on this. The coroner said it makes no sense how this boy lost his life. Now, he was holding a friend's rifle when reportedly it accidentally discharged. They saying he might have fell out of a tree in the discharge, but then they said that didn't make sense. But they also saying that a vine could have hooked onto the rifle and discharged the rifle, striking him. Unbelievable. Nobody was around to witness it, and the witness statement didn't also line up with the story, but they ended up closing the case on it. Yeah. And this is the part that took the cake for me, right? The mother wanted to hire an independent investigator so that they can check out the scenery and, you know, just cover everything, right? They said, yeah, no problem, right? A month later, when she went back to have somebody investigate this, they changed the entire scenery to cement and rock landscaping. Can't make this up. This definitely doesn't sound like an accidental discharge. Have you heard about this?
Now, Malachi Lancaster, this situation happened in Newberry, Florida. So this is going on all across the southern states. And the reason why I'm showing you these different stories is because once we get to what's going on in the Nolan Wells situation, you're going to understand how they're dragging the Nolan Wells story in a way where it's becoming it's becoming soap opera-ish. It's becoming like a soap opera. Meanwhile, they're hitting a bait and switch on us. Meanwhile, while we're focused on a case that's supposed to be going to a grand jury, supposed to be decided in court, they're pushing it to the court of public opinion. And we all want justice for Nolan. Meanwhile, the rest of our brothers and sisters are being hunted, targeted, lynched. You just had Taisha Fortune just lynched also in Mississippi. So what I'm trying to do is show you the play that they're making, right? There's a play being ran on us, ladies and gentlemen, and we need to establish that. They're trying to run a distraction. It's a subterfuge going on. It's when they use deception to hide and conceal another agenda. That's what's happening right now. You know, this is exactly what they're doing. Let me see here. Job 9:24, the earth is given unto the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? That's right. All of the faces of the judges are covered. We're looking for justice where there must be divine intervention. These people are not trying to deliver any justice. They're wicked. They're being blind to it on purpose. They're turning a blind eye to God's people being tormented, tortured, and sacrificed. That's what's happening right now in the country. Oh, yeah, we're going to go there. I'm going to show you how these people turn a blind eye. The Lake Monroe attack. These are stories that people are not talking about, but we're going to go there so we can show you what's happening in America. Let's go.
You happy with your fight? Let him go. Stop. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go, dude. Let him go.
They're dragging me towards a tree, got me pinned down, and started pounding on my body. It was. You could feel the anger and the intent to try to hurt me.
A black man said he was attacked by a group of white men pinned against a tree and heard someone call for a noose. But believe it or not, that is not the most shocking part of this story. Because after the video of the confrontation went viral and 2 white men were charged, prosecutors made a decision that stunned Vox Rush Booker. They charged him too. On July 4th, 2020, there's something going on with these July 4ths. Booker and a...
So this happened July 4th, 2022. They tried to hang this man on a tree. They called for a noose. Now peep this out. After years of litigation, they charged everybody involved, including the victim. Now let's see how they came to that conclusion. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. I told y'all these rituals was going on January 4th. There's a pattern. These people do rituals on that day.
Friend were near Lake Monroe, Indiana, when a dispute over property escalated. Booker said several white men surrounded him, struck him, pulled his hair, used racial slurs, pinned him against a tree, and someone called for a noose. Video captured portions of this confrontation, and white bystanders eventually intervened and helped free.
It was caught on camera, and other Caucasian brothers and sisters helped free the gentleman who was under attack. So I want you to understand, when they went to court, part of the attack was caught on camera. Now, watch this, because we're showing a pattern here.
Vox Rush Booker. Police responded, but nobody was immediately arrested. 10 days later, prosecutors charged Sean Purdy and Jerry Cox. Purdy faced felony criminal confinement, battery resulting in moderate bodily injury, and intimidation. Cox faced charges connected to the confrontation. But in 2021, a year later, prosecutors charged Vox Rush Booker a whole year later with felony battery and misdemeanor criminal trespass.
So check this out. He charged them. So the judge charged these animals with intimidation and minor bodily harm, while charging the brother with battery and pretty much breaking and entering a year after they were charged. This is Mississippi, ladies and gentlemen. Now watch this. Watch how this story pans out.
He pleaded not guilty. Eventually, all three men entered a restorative justice process instead of going to trial. In May of 2022, the charges against all three were dismissed. There was no trial. There was no criminal convictions. So when you bring this thing current to 2026, I have found no credible new development changing that outcome. So a black man says he was pinned up against a tree. He heard someone call for a noose. 2 white men were charged, and then he himself was charged a year later. And what happened at the very end of this? Nobody was convicted.
You happy with your 5 years?
Wow. So a year later, they charged this brother and he pled not guilty. And they say, you know what? Let's do a restorative resolution. And everybody got off. That means if you boot up and you fight against the system, you have the threat of them charging you. And then if you don't bow down to that threat, you can do prison time. So instead, guess what? The brother probably gave up the fight. He didn't have the attention that Nolan Wells' case had, or any of that. So what did he do? Hey, bowed out gracefully. He took that abuse and all of that, and nobody was brought to justice. And you know why? Exactly what Hebrew Care just shared. Hebrews 12:16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for none morsel of meat sold his birthright. Because Esau sold his soul. These people are soulless. These people are reptiles. These people are one with the serpent seed. They don't have no kind of recourse. And that's just the truth. And anybody who is siding with these individuals are animals just like them. But they want to make it seem like we're the animals. None of our people are walking around like Chud the Builder and antagonizing people, trying to unalive people on social media, doing it out in the open. None of our people are doing that. None of our people are running around pow-powing white cookouts because we don't like the sound of happiness and joy. Now, listen, this is the stuff that's going on, ladies and gentlemen. This is what's going on here.
Ow! Lord. Let's talk about it. Rasheem Carter. Do y'all know who Rasheem Carter is? He is a young man from Mississippi. And he was hog-tied to a vehicle and dragged, and his body was dismembered. But do y'all remember 1998? James Byrd, 40-some years old from Jasper, Texas, was unalive, dragged, hog-tied to a truck from some KKK members. And they was a part of the Klan, baby. So this is really history repeating itself. So my thing about it is we got to say all their names, baby. Because this is what history is. The same exact thing happened to Rasheem happened to who? James Byrd. This is crazy. This making me think, do these white fucking people who doing these crimes, they know the history of black people? Yeah. All right. I just wait. Ow! Lord. Let's talk about
History is repeating itself, ladies and gentlemen. And they want to pull the wool over our eyes as if we don't see what's going on. Listen, don't let no one subvert your mind and corrupt your perception, ladies and gentlemen. We see what's going on. And I'm going to say this, and we're glad that these racist, bigoted hicks are coming out. We're not glad about our people being destroyed and hunted, but we're glad that you got this current administration who are outright with it. We glad we got the Patriot Front coming out showing who they are. We rather see exactly what we're seeing now because we know this is part of prophecy. We know that this is how the wheat and tare get divided. We know who's weak and who's strong now. We know who's evil and who's righteous now. This put everything in the forefront. Having Trump in office and all this racism coming to the forefront, it shows you the importance of coming together. It shows you who's who. It shows you who's cowardice because the race war is already here and you can see who is afraid. Sarah Watson, thank you for the support. I appreciate you. And, you know, we're going to keep them scriptures rolling too because Hebrew Care is cooking right now. Deuteronomy 32:21. I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. And that's what's going on right now. The Lion of Judah is being roused up. They are bringing alive the insurrection spirit. They bringing it alive. And it's going to come a time where they spark that brand. That seed's going to get nurtured and it's going to blow up in their faces. The keg is about to blow, ladies and gentlemen. And if you watching, if you paying attention, you know how close we are.
This man right here named Rasheem Carter was being chased in Mississippi by 3 truckloads, a white man that was yelling racial slurs at him. So while this man was being chased, he ran to the police station in Taylorsville, Mississippi. He told them he was being chased. White man was yelling racial slurs at him. He said he was very scared. Can they please give him a ride? The police told Rasheem Carter they is not a taxi service. And then Rasheem Carter told them exactly where he was going. And then they said that's out of their jurisdiction. So Rasheem Carter left the police station when they refused to give him a ride. He was later seen that day on surveillance camera at a Family Dollar. He was looking very scared. And people, later on that same day, after he was seen at Family Dollars, he was caught on surveillance cameras running in the woods in Taylorsville, Mississippi. He did not have a shirt on. He was sweating. He was looking over his shoulders, and it looked like he had a stick in his hand for protection. People, this man was never seen alive again when he was running into the woods with no shirt on, with a stick in his hand. He was looking very scared, looking over his shoulder. His body was found 1 month later in the pieces. People, when I tell you Rasheem Carter's body was in pieces, his vertebrae and his spinal cord was in a different spot than his head. He was beheaded. He was missing his teeth. People, this man's body parts was scattered all over the woods. Investigators found 4 separate sets of his remains in the woods. Now, people, what I'm about to tell you next is going to be hard to hear, but whomever did this to Rasheem Carter, they took their time and cut his body up in the woods. People, they found Rasheem Carter private parts in his mouth. Yes, they found his private parts in his mouth. Now, people, get this. Law enforcement said it was no foul play. They said animals did that to this man's body. Now, this man right here named Rasheem Carter was being chased in Mississippi by 3 truckloads, a white man that was yelling racial slurs at him.
Now, you see why we're not letting our foot up off these devils' necks. And listen, I'm going to say this right now. And if you're an American, you call yourself an American, and this doesn't bother you regardless of what nationality you are, you're part of the problem. See, a lot of you so-called Christians, and I say so-called Christians, are really complicit with everything that's going on. I'm not talking about the true followers of Christ, as the book has read. I'm talking about you so-called Christians out there who won't observe what's going on, and you won't cry loud and spare not. I'm talking about you Christian nationalists who won't awake your family to what's going on. You won't say anything, but you expect the economy to keep going. You expect things to keep on going how it's supposed to be. No, the Most High God is going to punish the world for how you're treating his people. You wonder why prices are sky high. You wonder why it ain't safe to let your children go outside anymore. You wonder why the groceries are so high. You wonder why so much pollution. You wonder why so many viruses and sickness. You wonder why when you turn on the news, it's nothing but bad news. Look how you treat the people of God and you say nothing about it. You're complicit while our nation is being hunted, and you think it's not going to happen to you? Oh, don't worry about it, Middle America. This is coming your direction too. It's coming your direction too. And the Most High is going to judge you. And when you see military kicking down your doors, or you got to wait at the soup kitchen line, or, you got to deal with military locking you up in the facilities and beheading you, then you're going to know that you let the world slip way too far. 2nd Esdras 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that followeth. We got next. This is the end of the world because of how y'all are conducting yourselves. And when I say y'all, I'm not talking about all of the Gentiles or Caucasians or Christians. I'm being very clear about what I'm saying. I'm talking about Christian nationalists. I am a follower of Christ myself, but I don't deal with religion. And I know some people took offense to that, but ladies and gentlemen, let's get the likes up. Those people, they fled because when I said that bothered them. The wicked flee when no man pursueth. So make sure y'all get the likes up. We got to get this message out there. We need justice for Rasheem Carter. And the reason why we're going over all of these other cases that's going on is so when we get to the Nolan Wells breakdown of that interview, you know exactly what play is being ran. You know exactly what play is being ran. In Mississippi, they're starting to stand up now because of all of that's going on. Mississippi is starting to stand up. Let me pull this up for y'all. First, let's get this news clip here.
Ben Crump has said this is a brutal hate crime and it needs to be investigated as such.
He actually told me that it was 3 white trucks full of white men trying.
This is Rasheem's mother speaking out.
To harm him, trying to kill him. And I told him to go to the police station and everything. He did everything that I, asked him to do. They told him he couldn't stay there. He didn't stay there. He texted me after he left the police department, and he said that, Mom, if something, he told me, we're not seeing eye to eye. My boss and I are not seeing.
Let me answer this sister right here. Spoiled and spicy. She says, what did Christianity have to do with this? Well, ma'am, what I'm specifically speaking on is Christian nationalism. I'm not talking about people who follow Christ as the scriptures have written. And to be clear with you, in the Bible, Christ never said or started a religion called Christianity. To follow Christ is to follow Christ. Yes, I speak on the teachings of Christ, how he died for our sins. He came for our people to be set free. So when I'm speaking about Christians, there's a reason why it's so many denominations, because it's a cash grab, man. It's a cash grab full of false prophets and false teachers. So that I'm clear. And so you're not confused of why I brought up Christianity, because the same people who were doing these lynchings, They were Christian nationalists. They were wearing Klan suits. They were going to Sunday service, and then they were leaving Sunday service, and they were having picnics, and they were lynching our people. Christian nationalists are the one who whitewashed all of the black patriarchs. They're the ones who turned Jesus white. So understand what I'm talking about, man. And I'm going to respectfully allow you to stay in the chat because you did name call before you made that statement, but I'm clearing it up for you because you may be new to the platform. Hey, listen, I just educated you on it, and that's that. Let's go.
And eye to eye. And then he put his boss name there and he put the company name there. And he told me if something happened to him, his boss was responsible. And he said, Mama, I'm smart. He got these men trying to kill me. I told the sheriff, I said that, he said, when I told him it was foul play, he said, no, it's no foul play.
Rasheem was found on November 2nd in that condition, and it wasn't even like a day before the no foul play was, posted on Facebook.
And it wasn't until our firm and a lot of other people started saying this doesn't add up.
So now we got to understand that this young man, Rasheem, called his mother, told her exactly what was going on. They got the cell phone towers. They can do a little cyber forensics and find the whole phone conversation, but they're not spending any resources to do that. I believe that mother is telling 100% truth, and the phone records probably will show that they had a conversation. Mind you, the young man ran into the police and said, listen, I'm afraid for my life out here. Please give me a ride. And you know what the police said? Nope, we ain't got you. We're not a taxi service. And you know why that is? Because more than likely the police knew what the hell was going on. Organ harvesting, just like the movie Spoonful of Chocolate. The local gangs, the local white supremacist gangs, they be friends with the police. So they probably knew exactly what was going on. They were probably, some of them was probably related to the police. This is how they get down in these little small towns. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is about to blow up. This is about to blow up soon, where just talking is not going to be enough. I'm just going to tell you like it is. Just talking about this, it ain't going to be enough. And what I mean by that is there's going to soon be some type of protest taking place. Mark my words, the protests are coming soon. And I don't know how those protests are going to go. But at this point, you're looking at a whole new civil rights about to take place. There's about to be another civil rights movement, ladies and gentlemen, in 2026. Straight up.
When you look at that text message and the fact that he was being chased, you have to investigate this. You cannot try to tell this brokenhearted mother that her
So it was text messages.
son being found with his head decapitated was natural, because I believe, as Tiffany said, he said, oh, he must have got dehydrated and passed out, and animals tore his body apart from the head, the spinal cord. I mean, it makes no sense whatsoever.
What sense does it make for the police to say there is no evidence of foul play? He didn't dismember himself.
Yeah, that's a very poor statement by law enforcement down there in Mississippi, because in 4 months, they really haven't been able to figure out what happened here. And at best, you have wild animals and the body parts are scattered over 2 acres. But this is the type of case, I'm Team Ben Crump. You got to get the feds involved here. You got to figure out what happened, because if mom is right and he was really being chased by 3 truckloads of white men, and you have a potential motive here, you may have a hate crime, you have a murder, and if you can't figure it out, law enforcement, you got to get feds involved so they can.
Ben Crump has said this is a brutal hate crime and it needs to be investigated as such.
He actually
Yeah.
told me that.
I mean, something's gonna have to give, ladies and gentlemen. Something is gonna have to give. Now, I want you to peep this. I want you to peep this.
These are all people in 2026. 2026 has been found from a tree. Some of them I remember off rip, like I know that's Cal Basinga. That's the girl, the young girl that was in Charlotte behind a church, which her situation is completely confusing because the tree she was found from, she could have never got up there and did it herself. This was the lady that went to go celebrate Juneteenth and never made it home. This was the guy, I believe, who took his friends to that festival and he paid for the rental car for the festival for his friends and they never made it home. I know that this one right here is that college student, right? That everybody tried to say, oh, stop speaking out. Nothing actually happened. He did it to himself. But no, he didn't do it to himself. They did not do that to themselves. My question is, what are we doing, people? What are we doing, people? My people, what are we doing? Because this can't just keep happening. This can't keep happening. And these are the people found from trees, not to mention the people that are going swimming and not making it home. They're not even up here. These are just people found from a tree. And y'all know we don't do that ourselves. So what are we doing, people? These are all people in 2026.
We don't do that to ourselves, especially down south. We do not do that to ourselves. Jeremiah 48:10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. See, the mask has slipped off of Esau. It's clear who the devil is. He's made himself bare, and that means he's exposed. He's completely exposed. And this judgment is going to be ferocious. I'm telling y'all. I know that this stuff infuriates you. Some will call this rage bait. Well, we should have rage because of what they're doing to our people. The Bible says that surely the oppressed are angry. Surely oppression make the righteous man mad. That's scripture right there. But sin not. A sin would be doing that to theirs. But they call it a sin for us to just respond to what's happening. They call it a sin for us to just have emotions towards what's taking place when we're unable to process what's taking place because there's never any justice and there's always unanswered questions. Psalm 71:4, deliver me, O God, out of the hand of the wicked, out of the hand of the unrighteous and cruel man. These people are unrighteous and cruel. They're enjoying what they're doing to our people right now. The fact that we have to sit around logically and decipher this when everybody should see what's going on, should be evident. And I believe a part of the reason why people are being intellectually dishonest is because it's kind of hard to believe that this is happening in 2026. It's a shock factor to that because we've been taught that we're so far along than we really are. We've been taught that, it's equality and, this type of stuff don't exist. Yes, it does. It's alive and well. Isaiah 14:21, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Their judgment is coming. Their generations are going to be cut off. Christ is going to return and wear the crown of all of the nations. Telling you right now.
I want to just let y'all know right now, black folks, that they're sending a clear message to us that our lives don't matter and that they're still in control and that we ain't gonna do shit about it. That message is clear as day. And if you can't see that, I just need to stop fucking talking. You know, they want to be able to kill us in peace. They want to be able to whoop your ass in peace, and they don't want you to say nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want no justice for you. Mind you, this system was not created to help us out. It was created to set us back. They are not on our sides when you calling the police telling them that 3 white boys done did something to your baby. They don't give a damn. They don't think that a black life is worth throwing away 3 white boys' futures, or 4, however many of them it is. They don't think so. They don't think so. They don't value our lives. If anything, they get a kick. They get a little kink out of seeing us hurt, seeing us frustrated. They get off on that. And then they act like they don't see what the fuck going on. And they want to keep telling us that they tired of hearing about it. Well, shit, we tired of dealing with it. We're tired of dealing with it. What's y'all excuse for the 3 little white girls luring a black girl to their home and beating her while she was unconscious, ripping out strands of her hair from her head? What's the excuse of that? What's the excuse of black people being hung in 2026, being found in woods and behind abandoned houses? Black folks don't hang themselves. That's what you do. They want to get back to the point where niggas is in fields and they burning crosses on your motherfucking line. What is it that we not getting here? They understand. You know what? And then y'all having these discussions. Black folk, y'all don't gatekeep shit. That's why we got everybody in the mix and we can't get nothing under control because y'all constantly letting y'all enemies in.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like us.
Officer Tatum letting the enemy in, reasoning with those so-called friends of Nolan Wells, letting the enemy in. Sambo super soldiers defending those so-called friends of Nolan. That's letting your enemy in. It's like we can't get on code for nothing. Because you got cowards who trying to protect themselves, not even understanding that Esau, the Edomites, they're going to do the same damn thing to you. They don't give a damn who you are or where you from. If you melanated, they want you out of here. But you got everybody who afraid of losing a couple coins, a couple dollars, or some afraid that they're going to come after them, thinking they're going to earn some position in their little white nation. They out here shucking and jiving. It's a shame how many people we watch just lose their souls, but it's also riveting to see the lines get drawn. It's amazing to see it.
They not even making no arrests when all the evidence is right in front of our face. What the fuck else do we need? And you don't got enough firepower for them. So you're going to have to figure out another way. And I keep telling y'all to withhold y'all money and y'all resources. We got to start thinking. And black men, when y'all start coming together and start loving y'all women again, it's going to be a whole nother different ball game in this bitch. But y'all so stuck on. I want to just let y'all know right now, black folks, that they're.
And, you know, she cooked right there. She really did cook, because we got to get right internally. We got to get back to the image of the Most High. We got to get back to our brothers actually having respect for each other as well. We got to get back to training, preparing, putting our dollars together, investing in things together, man. We got to get to it. People think it's a game. This is a war outside. Exodus 23 and 22. But if thou shalt indeed obey the voice and do that all I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies and an adversary unto thine adversaries. That's your answer. If we just follow the word, what he's telling us to do, how he's telling us to move, Can't nobody rise up against us without getting shut down, bro. When we have the moral high ground, by process of elimination, we get the physical high ground. We got to get on our deen. We got to get on our purpose. I'm telling you, it's really a war. It's not a time for joking and playing.
If there's any video that needs to go viral, it's this one. Share, repost, all that shit. So this family, B. Hall Buffkins from this Facebook page here, they had a party at 10 that they reserved at this winery called Sip and Silo. This is Sip and Silo right here. They were doing it for a 61-year-old's birthday. When they got there, they received bad service and they refused to service the group of 10. Mind you, they called and reserved. They knew they were coming. They knew they were coming. And when they pulled up, they denied them. Just out the bat. I mean, I don't know, maybe because it's 10 black women that walked up in a winery. I don't know. Could that be the reason why Sip and Silo, why you reserve service? But that's neither here or there. So then they proceed to call the police. I'm going to show you that footage right now.
I'm telling you, right now, give me your GL or you will be placed under arrest.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yes, because we're about to take you into custody.
I'm gonna go get my DL, but you're not gonna walk up on me. Oh my God. And I'm requesting.
And we asked for, they asked for a supervisor.
Call the station, lieutenant.
I don't care what anyone says. Weaponizing the police on black people.
I don't know if this audio is copywritten or not, so we're going to go on with that. But I'm just showing you the treatment, the unfair treatment that's going on. So we're going to skip over that one, but you get the point. The police are on their side. Let's just put it this way. This is why we need situations where we can govern ourselves, right? Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, Mississippi, we see everything that's going on out there. They're starting to make a stand, and I want to show you what they're doing, right?
In case you don't know, here in the state of Mississippi, we have launched a movement called Operation No Way. And you may be asking me, what is Operation No Way? Well, I tell you, what is Operation No Way? We, the black community, have decided to take matters into our own hands. As black, brown, and African Americans here, we can no longer trust the government to handle things for us. We can no longer trust the law enforcement to do what is right. So we will take matters into our own hands to protect ourselves and our children in a legal way that's peaceable unto all. And that way is, right now, as we're speaking, 75% of the black, brown, and African Americans here in the state of Mississippi that has a 21-year-old son or daughter or older that is eligible to receive a permit and license to carry a concealed gun or weapon here in the state. We're in the process of doing that right now. Right now, we're in the process of picking up our children from college campuses and starting paperwork as you and I are watching and talking in this video right now. As you and I are talking right now, this is what is taking place. Right now, Best Pro is selling out guns. Right now, Walmart is selling out guns. Right now, the gun ranges are filled with people right now that's practicing because we can no longer afford for our sons and daughters to go out unprotected. Not only do we believe in God and have faith in God and we're walking right, we sure enough gonna walk armed this time. Not only will we have the shield of faith, the sword of the Spirit, we will have a gun on our hip just to make sure as we're walking with our feet shod the preparation of the gospel of peace among our citizens, we're gonna make sure we carry us a peace so we can protect our peace.
And you know what? The Bible tells us to do the same thing. In Luke 21:36, it says, sell your cloak to buy a sword. It says, sell your cloak to buy a sword. Listen, it's about time that we take a stand and show these folks we're willing to protect ourselves. No fear involved. I could tell you this right now. When you go look at your children and you look them in the eyes and you see what's going on in the news, listen, it prepares you. in such a way that you know anybody trying to harm them or rob them of their future, you're going to be ready to put them down. It's not a game. What do the scriptures say about these damn Edomite devils? It says, why do the heathen rage? This is Psalms 2:1. Why do the heathens rage? And the people imagine a vain thing. Let's stop right there. The heathens are raging right now, but the people are vain. They're imagining something vain like this is not happening. The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed. So how could these devils, these sellouts, these tethers, these raccoons act like there's not a war going on? When the Bible make it clear that the heathens are raging out. And everybody whoever doesn't see it, they're imagining something that's vain. What is that? That I have a dream stuff. Meaning they're imagining that that's the reality, that we're all together. Oh, systematic racism isn't real. You black people are just imagining these things. Meanwhile, we can look at the statistics and see that we're over-policed. We can see that all of the murders that take place in our communities happen because of scarcity. You can look at the numbers and see how much the prisons are packed with our people. You can see all these wrongful deaths. We get scenario after scenario of us dying with no justice by the hands of law enforcement, as well as citizens on patrol. They're imagining something vain while all this is happening. When the Bible says the kings of the earth set themselves against the Most High God and his people. We are his people. We are his people. Takeem Hilton, thank you for the support, says all the black student athletes at Ole Miss and Mississippi State need to boycott the 2026-2027 year to show these devils we mean business. Hit the SEC or hit the SEC and evil devils in their pockets. Taking a knee isn't good enough. That is a fact. That's real talk. That's some, hey brother, that's a good tactic right there. That's what they hate when you hit them in their pockets. Psalms 2:3. Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of the sellouts and all of them, they choosing the wrong side with all of this, man. They on the wrong side of history. The Most High see what's going on. He see what's going on.
So Chud the Builder gets released from jail after shooting an unarmed black man on camera. Meanwhile, Carmelo Anthony got 3.5 decades for defending himself. And somehow, y'all still think Nolan Wells' death is a murder mystery. Nigga, what? Yeah, they playing in our fucking face. So Chud the Builder gets released from jail after shooting an unarmed black man on camera. Meanwhile, Carmelo Anthony got 3.5 decades.
I mean, think about that, ladies and gentlemen. You got the complete opposite of self-defense. You got somebody walking around the black community, antagonizing, posting on his social media that he's going to murder a black man and get away with it. And then you got Carmelo Anthony, who defended himself, and he's doing 3.5 decades. Come on now. If this is America, people, this is what it is. This is what's going on.
So they done let the whole ass Chud the Builder out on bond.
Outside Chud the Builder's courthouse, his official name, Dalton Etherly. I'm here with his whole family. White men have no rights in the state of Tennessee for self-defense. Some rabid black man attacked him outside the courthouse, and he had to defend himself.
My thing is, they really be making themselves believe the shit they be saying. Really have this victim mentality. At least when we have it, it's proof down the history lane. So they let him out on $1 million bond, but he about to go right back to jail. He already violated the rules after just being out for 30 minutes. He was moving too fast, but a little bit too slow. Seeing your face, you see how he tried to cover up his face real quick. But as you can see, this is his restrictions. Can't go live. He do that. He don't give a fuck. Not only that, allegedly he got charges in another county, but they had denied his bond. Somehow, they still let him get away. I ain't no correction officer, but another county have a warrant out for you. You know, they supposed to hold you for a little bit, or it's a certain time they have to come get you. Get me wrong, I don't wish jail on nobody, and I don't wish nobody death either. But if they ain't pick him up in time, then hey, you can't be mad at that. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. Let me say this, all the ones who really hate him, would y'all want him to be back on the streets or in there? Which one is easier for you? So they
Now, y'all got to think about this. Chud the Builder gets off on bond. Of course, his bond was $1 million. He came up with the 10%. He's out until trial. Now, however, a part of his bond release agreement was that he's not supposed to stream live. He goes live right after he gets out. Hurry up and covers his face. Just to show that he's pretty much mocking the people, letting it be known that he's out and everything is everything. See, this is America, man. This is America.
Well, the racist streamer Chud the Builder, who was targeting black people, has finally bailed out of jail on his $1 million bond, but he's about to go right back for 2 reasons. 1, he went back live. You see how he tried to cover up his face fast? Is because he know that his restrictions stop him from going on live. He basically played. Also, he has charges in another county where his bond was denied. I guess they took too long to pick him up when he made bond in that county, so they had to let him go. I don't know how that process worked, because once they release him, does the county still have the right to go pick him up, or he got to turn himself in? How that works? But one thing's for certain, he definitely was not supposed to go on live. That's why he covered his face as fast as he did. Now people on social media are already sending the live to the courts and saying, you see, he already violated. That man, bro, he can't help himself, bro. Imagine bailing out for $1 million just to violate your bail restrictions. The exact, like almost no more than 30 minutes after getting out. Well, the racist streamer.
The things this man been doing for clout. And the scriptures tell us, woe to the land that is built upon blood. Woe to them that establish a land upon blood. And that's why America's going downhill. Tracy Henry, thank you for the support. I appreciate you. I appreciate the support. Yeah, Chud the Builder is back on his shenanigans, and hopefully they go back and get him. Lock him right back up. He violated. He violated. He violated. And I'm going to tell you like this. Mississippi is on fire right now. I'm telling you. And we got to talk a little bit about this Nolan Wells. Y'all know how we do. We really just cooking. We warming up right now. We about to go in on this Nolan Wells situation. All the friends sat down with Tatum. And then you got young Pharaoh, who just went full-blown Bucci gang out in these streets. Just went full-blown sassafras. The man went full-blown flamingo, man. A steaming flamingo. A hot Cheeto. Man, we got to talk about that, y'all. But let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let me make sure we here. Let's make sure we are here. Peep this, man, because I can't believe they sat down with Tatum and said some of the things that they said. Unbelievable, people. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. One moment. Let me grab this.
It is, oh, this is a bunch of white guys that killed a black guy, or this is, you know, like in the beginning it was like 4 guys went to a stranded island and dumped Nolan at the island and just left him there. Like even from the beginning, it was just like this thing, and no one had facts, and they were just pushing this horrible narrative, all lies about everyone, and it's sick. So I wish that would have been completely different. I'm glad I called the Coast Guard. I'm glad I made the first contact within all of this. I'm glad I was the first one that called Christine Wells that night and told her that we haven't heard from her son, And I'm glad that I did all of that, but I hate the way this has been perceived by the media and portrayed. This has like been absolutely horrible with the way and the things that they've said to us and done. But other than that, I mean, there's not much I would change from my point of view and my friend's point of view. I think we did everything right, and I know we did nothing wrong.
I also want to say, I think it's so criminal that they took something so anti-racist and flipped it into something super racist. Like they took, this is the definition of anti-racist.
Media is, oh, this is a bunch of white guys that killed a black guy.
Now, first and foremost, why are these guys even speaking? Why are they speaking? And I'm going to tell you, the way Warren just worded that was crazy. He's saying he's glad that he called the people about the boat, right? That almost sounds like he's saying that's their alibi. Why would we do this if we made that phone call? That phone call was the alibi, and he's making that clear. He actually goes on to say that in the interview. Hey, why would we be calling them if it was, you know what I mean? Why would we be calling them? Because it's your alibi. Let me see. A Real 80 says their attorney claiming he coming after content creators. Laughable, right? That is crazy. You know, instead of worrying about defending their clients in court, because it's supposed to be going to a grand jury, they're worried about content creators. Why? Because we grilling them. They could have just stayed quiet. Once they went home and got lawyered up, they shouldn't have had anything to say after that. You got lawyers. Why are you going to the public? Why are you going on these interviews? I mean, this is just a horrible look, ladies and gentlemen. It's a bad look. I'm telling you, it's like they're screaming with guilt.
I feel like his mom blasting us on social media from the get-go, and I wish that.
Oh no! Now, when did Nolan Wells' mom blast him on social media? If you ask me, Nolan Wells' family have been nothing but, in this situation, right? They haven't called anything race specific. They know that they needed a civil rights lawyer because they were being denied basic civil rights. So they had to go get Ben Crump. Nolan Wells' family never accused them of anything. They just want justice. They just want to know what happened to their son. But here they go playing a victim. Playing a victim. What they do best. And let's get the likes up over 1,000, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to it. And the reason they want to target content creators because we be speaking the truth, man. Not all of us, but the ones who want justice for Nolan been speaking the truth. We are arguably the reason why this case got so much media attention. Because once our attention went to it and we start really unpacking what's going on, now people are talking. So much so, everybody tried to deny it. TMZ didn't even want to pick this stuff up. TMZ had to.
Like I said, none of this would ever happen. Like, I wish that all this could be erased and Nolan could be here tomorrow. I mean, that's more than anything. But other than that, I feel like his mom blasting us on social media from the get-go, saying that he was out there with.
Now, when did his mom blast them? She didn't blast them. She just told the truth. She said, look, I had to go there. I had to use Life 360 to find the phone. Hey, they had Nolan's keys. You know, she just told exactly what happened. She didn't blast them at all. Now, when does it become cool to be going in on the mother who just lost their son? A mourning mother. When is that cool? When is that ever cool? This is absurd. for these people who claim to be Nolan Wells' mother, to be claimed to be Nolan Wells' friend and disrespect his mother is absurd, yo. I can't believe they did this. They lied, played victim, and disrespected Nolan's mother, y'all. And they thought this was going to do what? Make the media back up? Did they think that content creators was going to fall back off of this? Did they think they were going to intimidate us? Did they think that we were going to say, oh, Nolan is no longer here. We still don't know what happened to him. Did their white privilege and their white fragility really make them believe that this was a good look? It's like their narcissism is so high, they don't believe anybody is intelligent. The last thing they should have did was get on here and talk about Nolan Wells' mother. Crazy, y'all.
Warren and another guy. That's where it first started to take off. And then also the fact that she posted a picture of me and Morgan and another guy and Nolan on the boat together, blasting that out there.
By posting a picture of them on a boat is blasting them? Her son just died. If she wants to post the last picture where her son was seen, how is that putting y'all on blast unless y'all guilty of something? Imagine you posting the last picture where your son was seen as you seek for answers, and the so-called friends that was with them say, you know what, that's putting us on blast. Why you even post that picture? That's putting us on blast. The nerve of you to post that picture. You're making our lives harder. They want to kill you and get away with it. They want to beat on you in peace. They want to lie in peace. Psalms 58:33, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. All they do is lie. You can't believe a damn thing they saying. These are guilty people, man. Straight up. Straight up.
Pushing this narrative, kind of, I guess. I wish that would have never happened either. And I don't think those would have never happened. A lot of this stuff wouldn't have been as viral or gone all over the country at this point. I mean, this is a countrywide news story that is just blown out of proportion. And the fact that it was
blown out of proportion? Wow, who the hell wrote this script for them? Now it's a national news story that's blown out of proportion. Listen, they don't value our lives. They don't value our lives. A young man died. And for them, this is just being blown out of proportion. That's the words he chose to use. Like, who wrote this for them? Boy, this interview was horrible. Absolutely horrible. This is craziness. This is not making them look innocent at all. Yeah, it's like they don't see our lives as lives. So, this is blown out of proportion. It's just another dead Negro.
It's our best friend, and it's not what people are saying it is what hurts the most. I mean, that was our brother. I mean, straight up. That's what I told his dad the night that he came over to my house. He was like, blah, blah, saying something. I was like, dude, that was my brother. Like, and you know that.
What do you mean that was my brother? Because when they came to the house, they didn't know Nolan was dead. Do you hear this? When they came to the house to look for Nolan's belongings, it was not announced that Nolan was dead. They were looking for him. So why would you tell the father Nolan was my brother? As if he's off the face of the earth already. You knock on the door, hey, Nolan haven't came home. His phone is over here. Also his keys. Hey, man, I just want to say Nolan was like a brother to me. What? Do that make any sense, ladies and gentlemen? Do that make any sense?
That he knows that we were picking him up every single day. He never drove. I can't tell you how many times I pulled up in his driveway and picked him up. And it wasn't him asking, it was just because that's what we did. We just picked up Nolan all the time. That's how we, came about to all the stuff that we were going to. We'd go and pick him up. That's how much we like to be around him. We would do stuff like that all the time,
Well, first off, I wish we would have never, I think about this every day. I wish we would have never went out on the 4th of July because I know this wouldn't have happened. Nolan wouldn't be gone. And,
they wish they never went out on the 4th of July because they know none of this would happen. Nolan wouldn't have been gone. What the hell is that supposed to mean, Warren? So because Nolan was with y'all, that's the reason he's gone. The level of idiocy. We should have never picked Nolan up. He would have still been alive. You damn right. That's basically what he just said. If we would have never picked Nolan up and took him to that beach, he'd still be alive and we wouldn't have to be dealing with the media. Could it be because you killed him? Could it be because you murdered him? You drowned him? You strangled him? I'm just saying, could it be? Damn liars. John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth because there's no truth in him. Ye of your father the devil. These are lies, clear lies.
It's really hard to think about because it's like, I wish I would have done this different, or I wish I would have done that different, because now one of my brothers wanted to be, passed away. But
what, you wish you would have done what different? You wish you would have done this different, or you wish you would have done that different? If you didn't do nothing that caused his death, what could you have done different? Wow, this is horrible. I wish I could have done this different or done that different. What do you mean? You wish you would have got Bart up off of him? You wish you wouldn't have instigated? What is that even supposed to mean? You wish you didn't leave him with certain people? Be clear. You got to be clear of what you're trying to say. Because that sounds like a confession, ladies and gentlemen. I wish I would have did this different or did that different, and Nolan would still be alive. Well, what the hell did you do? Did you slip him a roofie? Did you put a battery in somebody's back to choke him out? Were you the one who threw him over the damn boat? What the hell did you do different? Or do you mean you wish you would have hid the evidence better? Is that what you mean? Because you seem more concerned about the media attention. Are you saying you wish you would have left the phone out there at Horn Island? Are you saying that you wish he never had his car keys over your house? What are you saying exactly? Or could he be saying, hey, I wish we didn't take it that far, but we had too much of the devil's dandruff that day. Oh, I wish we wasn't drinking all them damn Heinekens and Jaeger bombs mixed with Peruvian pure white hyena. Is that what you wish you would have, like, what the hell did you could have done different that wouldn't have resulted in Nolan dying? Boy, oh boy. Why are they going on this show? It is not helping their cause. It sounds like a confession. Yeah, that's what you call premeditated guilt. Yeah, this interview pretty much is an implication, straight up. I don't know what they're thinking.
But I feel like his mom,
Man, I mean, wow. Wow, wow, wow. And they're trying to sue Ben Crump right now.
Motherfucker, y'all are guilty. This is what guilty people do. Trying to sue Ben Crump, the man that is simply getting the facts and representing the family when the Mississippi police refuse to, for defamation, when this does not even meet the threshold in any universe for defamation, is absolutely insane. And this is the shit that guilty people do when they realize that they're backed into a fucking corner. With all of these new revelations in the case, the new enhanced audio from the original enhanced audio that we have from the CTO call, the independent autopsy that Ben Crump had facilitated for the family, and all of these contradicting claims that are coming from the girl that Nolan was supposed to be with, from this friend, from that friend, and now y'all are trying to sue the man that is literally laying out the facts of the matter for the public because, again, the Mississippi police is refusing to do their fucking job for defamation, means that y'all realize the facts of this case are not going your way. It is not painting you to be these innocent little boys that just went out for the July 4th weekend and our friend just got left and we don't know what happened to him. When we hear y'all talking about covering up Nolan Wells in the new enhanced audio, y'all are talking about he's dead. Oh my gosh, somebody's telling another person to shut the fuck up while they're like, y'all are fucking guilty. And every single day y'all do more shit like this, raising money for legal funds to sue for defamation. Bitch, y'all are fucking guilty. Motherfucker, y'all are guilty.
I mean, listen, man, we heard what we heard in that dispatch tape. We heard what we heard. I believe there's also a clip of them talking about, you know, that lady in the enhanced audio. Yes, the audio was enhanced, but it wasn't changed. And we heard what we heard. We heard you say, oh my God, Nolan. We heard you say Bart, as if Bart was the one who got him. We heard it. We heard it. We heard what we heard. And now they want to sue. Now they want to sue Ben Crump. That's crazy. Y'all trying to sue a damn civil rights lawyer. Y'all have lost your damn minds. Lost your minds.
Media is, oh, this is a bunch of white guys that killed a black guy, or this is, you know, like in the beginning it was like 4 guys went to a stranded island and dumped Nolan at the island and just left him there. Like even from the beginning, it was just like this thing and no one had facts and they were just pushing this horrible narrative, all lies about everyone, and it's sick. So I wish that would have been completely different. I'm glad I called the Coast Guard. I'm glad I made the first contact within all of this. I'm glad I was the first one that called Christine Wells that night and told her that we haven't heard from her son. And I'm glad that I did all of that, but I hate the way this has been perceived by the media and portrayed. This has like been absolutely horrible with the way and the things that
the media has been trying to cover up everything. So the media is their biggest enemy. That's why we keeping our foot on their necks, because the media, the mainstream media, was trying to cover it up. The content creators wasn't having that. So they're angry at us.
They've said to us and done, but other than that, I mean, there's not much I would change from my point of view and my friend's point of view. I think we did everything right, and I know we did nothing wrong.
Lies, lies, lies. Man, look, peep this, y'all. This is just madness here.
I feel like his mom blasting us on social media.
Hold on, we had that one. Hold on, there's another one. Because I believe Umar said something very key, and I believe that this probably should be put in motion.
Benjamin Crump, you need to have a street march. You need to bring all of the black militia groups to Mississippi, and we need to march on Mississippi. Your approach to this investigation is too humble, it is too docile, it is too meek, it is too soft. You are dealing with Mississippi, and you have not activated any street protests. Sister Christine and Brother Nolan are not going to get justice, Art. Sister Christine and Brother Nolan Wells are not going to get justice, Art, if Benjamin Crump doesn't activate a street activism campaign. It is time for Ben Crump and Al Sharpton to activate a street activism campaign. And let me say this, Art. Al Sharpton is about to have another march on Washington. For what? For what? He's going to commemorate the Dr. King 1963 March on Washington. He's been doing it almost every year. But Art, it's an empty symbol. Al Sharpton, listen to me, sir. You don't need to march on D.C. We don't need another empty, meaningless Democratic Party sponsored march in Washington, D.C. We need you to switch that march, Art. Al Sharpton, if he cares about justice for Black Mississippi, if Al Sharpton cares about justice for Black Mississippi, Art, he will switch the march from D.C. to Mississippi. Al Sharpton needs to switch the march from Washington, D.C. to Mississippi. And it should be 4 days, Art. It should be 4 days, Art. We should march in Senatobia, Mississippi one day for baby Cohen, who was shot and murdered by the police in the Walmart parking lot. We got to march for baby Cohen, who was shot by the police in Senatobia. We have to march in Cleveland, Mississippi for our brother Trey Reed, who was unalived September 15th, 2025, hanging from a tree on Delta State University campus in Cleveland, Mississippi, September 15th, 2025. So we need to march in Cleveland, Mississippi. We need to march in Senatobia, Mississippi. We need to march in Jackson, Mississippi, because what just happened in Jackson on Monday, Art? A Black woman, 28, 29 years old, Tasia Fortune, was found hanging from a tree. Monday, Art, 4 days ago, a Black woman was found hanging from a tree in Jackson, Mississippi. Benjamin Crump, you need to have...
I agree with Umar Johnson 100% on this one. I agree. You know, when you look at the status of Al Sharpton and Benjamin Crump, you know, as civil rights attorneys, they have the ability to get this popping. And I believe it's going to take that, honestly. And I'm not big on protests. But Mississippi needs to feel the pressure. Mississippi needs to feel the pressure. I'm just going to keep it 1,000. I like when IUIC went out there, respect to them. In this situation, you need feet to the ground. You need people that's going to be outside that damn police station. You need people that's going to be out there. And you need that to see how Mississippi is going to respond, how the nation's going to respond. It has to happen. It has to happen. So I actually agree with that. And hopefully it materializes, because at the end of the day, it doesn't look like we're going to get justice. The right wing, they're pulling no stops to demonize the mother of Nolan Wells. I'm going to show you what these devils did, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to show you what kind of the moves they're making right now. Let me see if I can find this video. Let me see if I can find this video here, because they actually put out an AI video of the mother, and it looks real. But I need to show you what type of tactics they have resorted to. Where's that video? Oh, here you go, right here.
You see this video here?
Oh my God. That's Nolan's parents.
This video is AI.
AI, ladies and gentlemen. They over there putting out campaigns of the mother spending, buying lavish gifts, buying cars and all of that with the money. They're doing that. They're painting these type of pictures. They're using AI to do it. Like this shows you they're using all of the power they can to try to make sure justice ain't served and turn this into some theatric nonsense. So it's going to take some feet to the ground. It's going to take some real work. And listen, the governor of Mississippi, he got his back against the wall. Watch this.
So y'all, now the governor of Mississippi is mad. He's talking about he want Al Sharpton and Ben Crump out of his state. Talking about he gonna kick them out if they don't stop talking about Nolan Wells. See, I'm gonna tell you what it is. He wants us to be quiet. He wants them to be quiet. He wants them off the case so that they can go ahead and rule it as a drowning, which is what they want. So they can go ahead and tell Nolan's parents to get on out of there and leave them alone. But no, it's not going to happen. We're going to keep his name alive. And we're going to keep on talking about what we see as inconsistencies in this boy's story, because we all know Warren done got on this internet and lied. But it's so funny because that's what y'all want us to do. Like, whenever we get to speaking facts and, you know, exposing y'all, now you want to make us be quiet because you don't want it to get out. Warren is guilty. They unalived Nolan. As a matter of fact, you can hear the audio that's on that boat. They did something to Nolan. So y'all, now the governor of Mississippi is mad. He's talking about he want Al Sharpton.
So look, they trying to get this thing shut down. They don't want us speaking on this, but they don't listen. The mistake they're making is not waiting for court, but trying to do damage control. That's what's really messing them up. That's why we keeping our foot on their neck, because they keep doing stupid stuff like sitting down with Tatum.
Wait, I cannot believe that Nolan's friends are blaming this on his mom in this recent interview. This is foul. And also what was said may give us a hint into what is really going on and how these boys feel about Nolan and his family. Listen to this part of the interview that I don't see people talking about, and then I may explain what they're talking about and how it all happened with Nolan's mom.
I feel like his mom blasting us on social media from the get-go, saying that he was out there with Warren and another guy. That's where it first started to take off, and then also the fact that she posted a picture of me and Morgan and another guy and Nolan on the boat together, blasting that out there, pushing this narrative, kind of, I guess. I wish that would have never happened either, and I don't think if those would have never happened, a lot of this stuff wouldn't have been as viral. Or
I don't know how anybody could blame a grieving mother. She didn't do anything but lose her son. But check this out. She didn't blast it all over social media. I'm going to show you the post that he's talking about. This is the post right here. Mind you, this is when Nolan Wells was still missing. She's trying to find him. If you read here, we're provided with incorrect information regarding what he was wearing. And then here's the picture to show. She had originally thought he had on black trunks, but as you can see, he had on blue trunks. So she uploaded this picture on Facebook after she uploaded plenty of solo pictures of Nolan so that people would know what he was wearing. What is she supposed to do? Crop everybody out and just say, look at his shorts? And then people might want to know who he was with. What is wrong? What do you have to hide that you are upset about her putting a picture out with your brother? As far as I'm concerned, they are handling this situation totally wrong, and I don't like it. What if I told you? Wait, I cannot believe that no.
And when you add context to that, it show you just how damn guilty they really are, man. That's all you got to do is follow their behavior. They're keeping it alive to a degree as well. They're keeping it alive to a degree as well. I'm telling you.
And we ran into Fort Bayou, and that's it. The CETO call was completely enhanced, and these people just want to believe what they want to hear. And that's exactly what they're doing.
Do y'all hear this? This is what a lawyer's supposed to do. This is what the sound specialist, their lawyer's supposed to be talking about this in court, breaking down how the sound is wrong. But listen to what he said. I'm going to play that back one more time because this is absolutely crazy.
And we ran into Fort Bayou, and that's it. The CETO call was completely enhanced, and these people just want to believe what they want to hear.
So the CETO call was enhanced. He didn't say it was manipulated. He didn't say anything was added. Yeah, dumbass, it was enhanced so we can hear the audio clearly. And we heard what we heard. So he's saying, look, that's gaslighting 101. You people heard what you wanted to hear. Wow. The unmitigated damn gall. Man, the nerve of this guy here.
And that's exactly what they're doing. So it's just crazy to me that people have tried to twist this and twist the audio. When we came out with the first interview, it debunked half these lies, and now you don't hear about any of it.
All of them is guilty. First of all, they can't stop fucking talking. And every time they do talk, they incriminating themselves and they ain't making no fucking sense. Let's start with Warren. Warren, I will tell you shut the fuck up, but every time you run your mouth, you let us know that you're the #1 candidate or fucking suspect for being a murderer. I said what the fuck I said. Let's go into this about this CETO call, Warren. Now, you mean to tell me that you really think them people play with the audio? So who is them people? Put a fucking name on the faces that you talking about. So you mean to tell me Janetta did the audio, Nancy Grace had her team to do the audio, and it came back to have the same wording? Shut the fuck up. Or is he dead? And then we hear somebody gasping in the background. Now when it comes down to that other young man talking about something, why would y'all call him have a dead body on a boat? It's called having a fucking motive. It's called having an alibi. It's called making sure that I set the motherfucking play to look like Nolan wasn't with us when the whole time he was motherfucking with us. That's what it is. And this is my thing about y'all should be the ones that be talking. Because the reason why I need y'all to talk, to keep on making y'all motherfucking selves look like as if y'all was a part of a motherfucking crime scene. That's what y'all don't understand. Now, I don't know why y'all parents went got this big hillbilly ass motherfucking lawyer who represented Trump, but ever fucking dilly, he ain't giving y'all the right breakdown. Cause y'all still talking. Still talking. Baby, you could tell when a motherfucker guilty and got something to prove, cause all they gonna do is yap, 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 yap. Goodbye. Bye.
Yeah, they went and got the same lawyer that got Trump off. I told you, man, these white supremacists sticking together. I wouldn't be surprised if they got a call from the White House. I wouldn't be surprised if they got a call from the White House and like, look, we're going to make you boys stars. You know, your names ain't going nowhere. You know, we're going to let you go on some of these shows. Don't even worry about it. Ain't nobody going to do nothing to y'all. You know, talk your talk. We're going to get you the best lawyer money can buy. Listen, they got a lawyer that got Trump off. And listen, even though we know they guilty as hell, I don't believe they're going to be charged. I don't believe any justice is coming. It is what it is. Only way justice is going to be served in this matter is if Ben Crump and Al Sharpton do more. I think Umar gave some good advice, but hell, that might not even work. That may just escalate things further. But hey, at this point, it just needs to just listen. The keg just need to blow at this point. The race war is already here. If they want to do it state by state, then that's just what it's going to be, right? You know, that's just what it's going to be. Telling you now, man. And then you got young Pharaoh, man. Man, listen, I told brothers and sisters about young Pharaoh years ago, years and years ago. And, you know, one thing about it, I remember talking about this guy a while ago. For those who don't know, there is a history. Young Pharaoh back in the day, way back in the day, you know, there was some diss songs that went back and forth between myself and this guy. His song was trash, mine was superb, and I'm just telling you that's just what it was. That was back around a time where there was a lot of debates between Egyptology and Israelites, and I was saying this back then. Look, ladies, I'm gonna say this. Look, let me say this, ladies. Any man who follows Egyptology, you need to look out for him, because what the hell is Egyptology? What did they do in Egypt exactly? I want you to think about the men of Egypt. They wore makeup. They wore all kind of weird looking clothes. These people had little boys as lovers. They had little male servants. They worship every damn god. They were channeling different energies. I mean, I'm not surprised. I was telling people years ago that this dude is a full-blown sassafras. Full blown. And so I said it the way he spoke. I said something wrong with that boy. He always sticking his tongue out his mouth. He always moving weird. I said, man, look, that's a flaming, steaming hot flamingo over there. He listen, the man gets on his live streams, he gets extra vulnerable and flexible. And look, just peep this for those who don't know what I'm talking about.
Bitch, you don't gotta believe in Jesus. God is an acronym for generator, organizer, and dispenser of reality. God is the highest extent of your mind.
Now, this a dude that said you ain't gotta believe in Jesus and that God is the highest extent of your mind. And then this Negro proceeded to lose his damn rabbit ass mind. Right? See, that's why you can't listen, lady. You can't deal with nobody who don't believe in Jesus, bro. Who don't believe in God. Like, what are we talking about? And I'm not talking about believing in white Jesus. I'm talking about melanated Christ. You can't deal with a man that don't believe in the Most High, who think his own brain is God. Because people like that start developing a damn androgynous spirit. They start developing, they think they male and female. They think they God. They think they weird. Anyway, let's go.
That's God. God is the mind. God is one universal mind.
Peace, family. It's your boy Young Pharaoh, aka Lil Feet, the Holy Ghost, and this is serious. Seriously, and I'm in here getting freak Bella. Sexarella on y'all hoes. Yes, coming with them cheetah-rellas. Half killer in me, half pimp, half samurai, half cheetah-rella. Alright, I can still whoop y'all ass. That's all that counts.
This nigga think he's Sabretooth from X-Men, yo. What the? Get him. Bro.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn ugly ass on.
These damn weirdos and freaks. He running around here. He went to, let me get this right. Young Pharaoh went to the Asian technicians. And I had to talk to the ladies earlier about this, right? I'm like, how much these damn nails be costing? And, you know, they was giving me the whole rundown. They was like, yeah, he had to spend at least $250 on them nails. And they were telling me the design. They were telling me all that. That's acrylics. And I know there's some footage of this man running around looking like he's on some type of drugs. And I'm like, he wasn't high when he made the decision to sit down and take $250 out of his pocket to go get his damn nails done. And ladies and gentlemen, it's only the beginning. He got a whole plethora of footage I got to show y'all. I can't really stomach the nonsense, but I'm going to show y'all some of it just to show you how far gone this dude has went, man. I'm talking about off the deep end, man. Man really think he a bad bitch out here. I'm talking about this dude is out here twerking. His YouTube career fell off, so he said, you know what? He don't got nothing left but to go shake some ass on YouTube. The man is out here shaking ass, y'all. Full-blown twerk fest. The man out here acting like a city girl in real time. And I've told people years ago, I'm like, this dude is demonic. Demonic.
That being said, it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. How?
Man, listen, man. What the hell is this? This is the product of the conscious community, y'all.
Peace, family. It's your boy Young Pharaoh, aka Lil Feet, the Holy Ghost, and this is serious. Seriously, I'm out at Chipotle right now with them stingers on. Swag, Bella. It is what it is. I'm in Detroit. What's up? I'm getting ready to go back to the crib. Stream on Star Wars Battlefront 2. The stream on Star Wars Battlefront 2.
How are you going to start a stream playing Battlefront 2 with long ass 3-inch fingernails on you? He talking about playing PlayStation on live with them nails on. Ladies and gentlemen, what the hell? Do you see the way he's moving his hands, ladies and gentlemen? And I seen a video clip of him saying he channeled the spirit of a cat. See, that's that Egyptology nonsense. Swaggerella. He think he's Cinderella, y'all. This is crazy work. I'm talking about, man, listen. I just can't believe this, man. It's like all he have left, because, you know, pretty much he was going against the powers that be to a degree when he was at the height of his YouTube career. You know, he was kind of going in, they deplatformed him. And instead of doing what he needed to do to work himself back into the algorithm, do what you got to do, put in the work. There's been plenty of people who got deplatformed. At his level, he could have jumped back in, did what he needed to do. He might not have got as to the plight he was at, but he could have worked his way back up. But no, instead, this Negro said he gonna get online and he gonna be effeminate. That's why, hey, listen, this is why we had the image reclamation movement. Let me see. Somebody said, what happened to the scriptures in the Bible versus this brother used to read? So all about the content, backbiting to make $1. I get it, I guess. What are you talking about? Young Pharaoh never read Bible verses. And I do read, and if you're talking about me, I read Bible verses over here. Hey, listen, a man should not wear what pertaineth to a woman. How's that for a Bible verse? And how could I be backbiting when we can clearly see this man with long ass fingernails flailing his hands around like a bad ish? That's not backbiting. I'm just stating the obvious here, my boy. This ain't gossip. This ain't backbiting. I say, listen. Oh, okay. I'm talking you. I'm taking you. What do you mean? What are you trying to say, brother? Because I read scriptures over here. A man should not wear what pertaineth to a woman. See, that's one of them Egyptology dudes. Let me see you defend young Pharaoh after this. If you can defend this, let me see you defend this, right? Because I see what's going on right now, boy. Y'all be having y'all idols on here. Boy, they be sticking together, boy. Oh, let me see you. You want to defend that? Bro, I thought you was a man of God reading the Bible. Now you backbiting. Okay. See, they don't like when you call their idols out, but I got something for you, though. Because now you done just got me started. If you thought I was cooking before, oh, man, look what you done just did. And see, this is why we need a image reclamation movement. This is why we got to hold brothers accountable right here, because you will have these get-wits and these fanboys that like to defend their idols because you like young Pharaoh. You like him. So because I'm calling this man out on something, you're going to say that's backbite. No, the man walking around with 4-inch fingernails, sir. Nah. We ain't gonna do that. No, I'm gonna have to give you more footage then.
You know,
shout out to it's two creators I'm gonna shout out because they got their foot on his neck. Shut Up and React TV and I think it's pronounced Rem Rum TV. Shout out to them brothers for calling this out, because that's whose platforms I seen it on and I couldn't believe it. Just look at this.
Making fun of young Pharaoh. Twerking.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, get worse. I'm going to turn this down. Listen, I'm going to turn this down so I don't get hit with no copyright. It sounds like they distorted the music a little bit. The man is about to twerk to Major Pain, the song on Major Pain, y'all. And I'm talking about actually twerk, y'all. Hold on, let me just, goodness gracious.
Go ahead, girl, put your leg up. Go ahead, Froze, put your leg up. Put my leg up. Go ahead, Froze, put your leg like this.
Bruh.
You get your goddamn ugly ass.
Ugh. This man is a whole noodle out here. Pharaoh said, I ain't doing content no more. That's too tough. He said, if I don't got nothing, I can go shake this ass. Oh, hell no. Look, he didn't even do nothing for the ladies. The man could have done a photo shoot or something for the ladies. He said, hell no. Nah. He want white Jewish men to be looking at him. That's what he want. He want to get flued out. Young Pharaoh said, hell no. Nah. He going to shake that ass and he going to get flued out to Dubai. That's what young Pharaoh said, bro. Hold on. Peep this, though.
Leg up. Look at the leg. This what kills me. He put the leg up. And then it gets worse.
Oh, my God.
Y'all ready?
Oh.
Bruh.
Hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn ugly ass.
What a guy that said I was backbiting. No, he got bit with the zest demon. He got a zest parasite. Yeah, this is Egyptology right here. No, he got possessed with, listen, he got possessed with the Sodom spirit. What are we talking about? This man out here twerking all vulnerable. This man, look at this.
Oh my God.
Bro.
Ugh.
What if I guaranteed you 1 million views or you didn't pay anything? That's not a pitch. That's literally our offer. Here's why we can make it work. Our average client gets 15.5 million.
So shout out to 607 Oak because I know he had to watch either my video, knee slap video, enlightened video, or react video because Pharaoh took the video down. So that means he'd be over here watching. So shout out to 607 for that. But I thought the conversation was funny. And I thought I should bring it to y'all with some commentary.
Oh, no, but they want to defend this guy. No, they want to defend him. Hold on. There's more. We ain't going. Hold on. Let me see. Because there's multiple videos. This video he removed. This video he removed, but Red Rum kept it. Couple of other brothers kept it. Listen, man, he got that. He want to be like one of the pharaohs. From where, listen, back in the day, a lot of y'all don't know the history, right? A lot of the Egyptology dudes was weird as hell. They were. First and foremost, there's no religion called Egyptology. You know, that's just something they made up in America because they want to dress up like Egyptians. You know? And a lot of them be sodomites. Let's just call it what it is. Ain't no backbiting about that. We just calling it what it is. We read scriptures over here. A man should not lie with man like it's a woman. How's that for scriptures? I thought dude just be talking script. Yeah, those are the scriptures. You think what young Pharaoh doing is with the scriptures? No. No, look, he went and got his nails done, right? Hold on. He went and got his nails done and he want to carry on like this. He want to carry on. Let's turn the sound off. We don't even need no sound. Look at this. Now, what grown man move his hands around like that? Look at him, broke wrist. He loving it. He loving it. Full-blown bussy gang. Young Pharaoh came out the closet. He came out the closet. He came out the closet.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn ugly ass on.
Look at this demonic, look at this gay-ass demon, y'all. This is a sodomite demon. Look at the demon manifesting on him. Full blown blicky. Like this is full blown Zest Monster. I'm talking about, look, ladies and gentlemen, the eyes are the windows. Look, the eyes are the windows of the soul. The eyes are not lying what's in them, what has manifested. He channeled something. He feels some type of way. Somebody said he on that K2. And look, hey, yo, I seen a lot of like people trying to defend this. And they were saying, you know, you just got to pray for the brother because he's on drugs. Listen, I grew up around a lot of people who struggle with addiction. And I could tell you this, I done seen people do damn near snort an 8-ball. I done seen people drink fifths of Hennessy. I done seen people just go crazy with alcohol, drugs, eat pills, and I ain't never seen nobody around me. In all my years, I ain't seen nobody around me get drunk or high and do that. Go to the nail technician and go get his nails done. Go home, turn his camera on. Turn his camera on. And start wiggling his fingers like he think he's Sexy Red or something. Like that. Now I will say that's possession. I'm looking at possession right there. But it's like what's really in them just manifested. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened when you start channeling all these different damn spirits. He in love with them nails. Look at him. He is really loving those nails right there. Oh man, I mean, I want to hear some of the commentary. I don't know if it's music playing. I want to hear this is who is this brother right here? This is oh yeah, that's that one brother. I just shouted out. Shut up and react. Let me
Hands my neck. I'm getting dizzy, y'all. Ooh. Ooh. Yo, I been telling y'all niggas this shit for years, me. The nigga, something happened to the nigga in jail. That alien story, you just take aliens, you take out the word aliens, and you put niggas in it. And the niggas took his 33rd vertebrae, they tied him up, they did something crazy to him. It punctured something. I don't know. I don't know. Yo, Tasha K. Hey, yo, Poetic Flacco. Hey, yo, every person that this nigga has done an interview with, I'm tagging y'all in the comment section, in the whoever section, in the peripheral section. It don't matter where it's at.
I believe young Pharaoh is trying to get put back on. You know, he got, you know, this young Pharaoh dude was getting a lot of views on YouTube. He basically he can go on anybody podcast till this day. He can go on anybody podcast and do numbers. And like, but for what I see happening right now is he's trying to get in with the global elite. He's selling himself out. That's why we have the image reclamation movement, because everybody seemed like these new dudes, they seem to have a price tag. They seem to have a price tag on them. Like, what kind of grown man go do this? Listen, ladies don't even be getting nails this long because they can't wipe their behind with them. This grown man, how you supposed to wipe yourself and you got damn 4-inch fingernails, cheetah print fingernails? Like, what the hell is going on? Yeah, a straight glizzy demon. Sick. This is why we be telling y'all ladies all the time, just because some man say he's spiritual, nah, you got to have some rules. The Bible say a man and a woman supposed to be together. What the hell Egypt rules is? Egypt's be dealing with animals. Egypt be dealing with man on man, man, boy, girl, cats, different deities, dead bodies. Hell no. Nobody want to follow these nasty ass religions. That's a nasty religion. Yeah, this man try to pick his nose. He gonna Wolverine slice and dice his damn face. He talking about playing a video game with them nails. You can't sit up online and play no damn. You can't play Grand Theft Auto or damn Battlefield sitting up on damn line with some damn nails like that. And then you want to teach all about metaphysics and knowledge and power, and you sit, bro. That's why some people just know how to talk, bro. But they ain't nobody's moral foundation. Young Pharaoh in his room by himself doing K2 bussy bopping. Just bussy popping for the whole internet. Set his own camera up by himself to go shake some ass with his Cardi B fingernails. Set up his camera. Man, come on now.
I'm tagging all you niggas. I want y'all to have a conversation with him. See what's going. Who the other motherfuckers that was interviewing this nigga? He got both hands, my nigga. Both hands. Catwoman, Bati woman. Look, nigga, don't smile like that. Don't you? Look at it. He think he a bad bitch. He think he a bad bitch.
Bro, I can't with this, bro. This is sick, man. This man real live got a vulnerable, devious look in his face, bro. This man really think he cooking. Like, this is sad, man. That goes to show you, man, like you could be a spiritual leader or whatever the case is, but if you following the wrong damn spirits, they gonna lead you into this kind of damn insanity. And that's why old boy said, you were here backbiting. You supposed to be talking about the Bible. You think the Bible don't want us to rebuke these devils? You think the Bible don't want us to call out these sassy, demonically possessed weirdos and freaks? You think the Bible don't want us to hold these individuals accountable when they got followings and they trying to act like they some moral authority? Nah. Somebody need to call the damn police on dude. Listen, somebody said they calling 911. Yeah, this is what, listen, he got the eye of Horus. What you think Horus was doing? Man, listen, man.
Oh, nigga.
Oh, hell
no. Nigga, you know.
Oh, hell no. Did he do what I just think he did, bro? Hold on, dog. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh man, listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's over for him. It ain't no, I don't think it's no coming back from that. Young Pharaoh, your career is over. Ain't no coming back for that. Yo, he really trying to sell his ass on the internet. It's gotten that bad. It's gotten that bad. The man is Bucci popping for the highest bidder on YouTube. I tried to tell him. I've been trying to tell people for all these years. Yeah, he out here bussy signaling. And I'm going to tell you who he's bussy signaling to white supremacy. The same people who ended his platform, that's who he wanted to fly him out. All this black empowerment, all of this black power, all this stuff he been talking. He is bussy signaling to get his platform back. He want to get flued out. He want to become rich in the next few months so he can say he was trolling y'all. After he get flued out, and get peed on and defecated on and passed around, then he want to come back on YouTube and say he was just playing and he want to try to kick some knowledge to y'all. Then he going to try to jump on some podcasts. But look at this but Pervy Swervy over here. Ain't no coming back, Pervy Swervy. Ain't no coming back from this, man. I'm telling you the move he on. This is a play. This is a play, man.
Oh, nigga! You know, nigga, you know. God. Yeah, get that dog. It's in the air still, y'all. It's in the air. Get out. Get out of the air. He blew a kiss. Get. This nigga just blew a kiss. No. 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 Freaky Fred. No, Freaky Fred. No, Freaky.
Man, we can't even look at this, man. This is a damn shame, bro. This is a damn shame. Now, wait, what happened to homeboy that was like, Breed, you backbiting? Where you at? Come back. No, come back in the room. Let me see you defend your leader. Yeah, no, come back and defend your leader. What was you saying? I'm backbiting? Oh, he gone now. He like, damn, I can't say nothing out loud. But he gonna go back and watch Pharrell videos, be in his comment section. It was people in his comment section talking about, yo, them nails is fire. I'm talking about grown men. It was grown men like, yo, yeah, hey man, I'm feeling the swag, bro. You know, hey, nice cheetah. Like, believe it or not, they out here. He gonna go right back. He gonna go right back to Pharaoh's. Man, you know, they over there hating on you, Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? They just over there hating. Nah. Yeah, he on there, like he subscribed to Young Pharaoh OnlyFans. But coming in my comment section talking about I'm backbiting. No, you a hit dog holler. A hit dog holler. It's a rap. Man sat up there and Bussy signaled to all of white America. That's what he just did. That's what he just did. He want to get back in the industry. He want to be in the industry. That's his way of saying, look, that's his way of saying, let me back in the industry. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to cross the line no more. And he want these men to have their way with him, bro. Young Pharaoh. Man, we have to barbecue this cat. We had to, y'all. We had to. Let me give Red Rum a little more commentary on his too, because that's the first person I seen bring this out. Red Rum brung some stuff out. We're gonna go back to him. Shout out to him. You know, show these guys some support. Cause they be calling it out. And you gotta call this stuff out.
Crip Tony when he met him. He wasn't gay Tony.
So I'm saying,
oh, man.
I get that energy. Watching this every
All right, so here's the deal. National Concealed Carry Reciprocity is about to change everything. It means if you have a permit, it could be valid in all.
Everybody know gay Tony. Y'all seen our show?
My bad, y'all got to pay my YouTube premium.
they fake it.
Y'all seen my show, The Unk and the Punk. We haven't probably the Unk and the Punk no more because Tony is no longer the punk. He gave it up. Right? So
what is it?
He a man.
So he ungay?
Yeah.
So he's straight?
Yeah.
Man, you can't do that.
Yes,
man.
you can.
They supposed the same.
Right.
Okay, I will do.
Hey, cool. He ran Chicago.
I thought Red Rum was giving some commentary.
It was a clone.
About the 607 because I particular. And not only it was who he was talking about, it was what that person was doing. So I'm watching this King Yellow and 607 Unk interview because they get into a fight. That's the only reason why I'm watching it. And they start the conversation off with making fun of young Pharaoh. Twerking.
Go Go ahead, girl, put your leg up. Go ahead, Froze, put your leg up. Put my leg up.
So I see what happened here. They was promoting Red Rum on 607 I mean, this is crazy because 607 got painted nails too. So I think that's probably where Young Pharaoh thought he can get in. That's probably where Young Pharaoh, you know, he go on these shows and like he trying to break in the industry. Man, it's a sick thing, man. Listen, this is why we got the hashtag not for sale. This is why we got the image reclamation movement. You know, you got these guys putting a price tag on their ass just to get on. Like, no, you ain't got to do that. You just got to be skillful and talented at what you do and stay consistent at what you do, man. Whoever gonna rock with you, gonna rock with you. Like, you ain't got to go through these desperate measures. These cats will do anything, man. They'll sell their people out. They'll sell their manhood out. They'll sell their masculinity out. They would gyrate and act effeminate. They would do anything just to be put on, bro. It's cringy. It's hard to even cover this type of stuff because it's sickening. It just give you the damn heebie-jeebies, damn creepy crawling zest monsters. It's tough, man, but that's how it go, man. Yeah, but you know, real men do still exist. Absolutely. And Anna Serve. Absolutely, we exist. And we ain't going nowhere. And when this stuff happen, we gonna call it out. No, we gonna call that out. No, we gonna cook that because these are people with platforms that are influencing young, impressionable minds. Yeah. Old boy came in talking about, oh, you backbiting. Man, get out of here. Got me fucked up. Stop playing. He did that to himself. And we hashtag not for sale. This is the home of truth, Maxim. We not holding back. Nah, we gonna keep it 1,000. And I wanted to give some of those other creators some light because they brung it out. And people act like they scared to talk about this stuff. No, we got the right to react. Ain't nobody tell Young Pharaoh to put that on YouTube. He did that. But you know, we need to keep masculinity alive, bro. I don't care. That ain't cool. I ain't trying to see all these young men, impressionable minds who look up to Young Pharaoh out here thinking it's cool to go get 6-inch nails. Yeah, we do. We definitely don't envy the wicked. We don't envy the wicked because we see how he ended up. We don't listen. We don't envy the wicked because we see how the wicked end up. But y'all know how it is, man. Y'all know we always cooking over here. Yeah, bro was tweaking, man. He was tweaking. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, it's always an honor and a blessing building with y'all. Of course, we got more material coming. You know, we're going to give y'all that daily motivational midday talk as usual, loaded with wisdom and knowledge. And, you know, I'm going to just keep sending positive energy y'all's way. I want to thank y'all for being supportive of the platform. If it wasn't for y'all, wouldn't be no Nubreed Global Truth. Y'all keeping this platform growing. We're growing by leaps and bounds all the time. And I rock with y'all. Of course, we got some new things that's on the rise, man. We got a lot of good things in the works, and I'm looking forward to it. So if you're not subscribed, you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Turn your post notification bells on. Get the likes up to 1,000 if you can. That would be excellent. And also support my work at nubreedglobaltruth.com and also support hebrewcare.com. All right. One love to y'all. Y'all stay safe out there. Be blessed. Stay away from all these weird religions. And also, let's keep the truth alive. What's going on all across the four corners and what's going on in the United States. And we got to hold the torch and hold these races accountable for what they're doing. So we're going to keep applying the pressure. Salute to everybody, all my FBA brothers and sisters, all my Israelites, all my Gentile brothers and sisters. Y'all be safe out here. One love. Peace.